know, he would really like to kind of hang out there a little bit longer and then, you know, get his bow, which will immediately lead him to his fire rod.
Yeah.
And then basically, you know, it's go mode Cane of Samaria, so.
Oh, yeah. Actually, this is a good point. Actually, yeah, you know, we're almost, you know, we're 51 minutes in. Actually, yeah, what else do we need for go mode? You know, we don't know the Marble, but I assume in this case, Jem's going to check it for us.
Yeah, we just need Samaria and then potentially Quake. And then, yeah, now that mirror showed up, it gave us basically every single option in the game to find them, so.
Yeah. So what do you think the chances of Jem doing Smith versus, like, let's say Pendant Swamp Palace is, what do you rate those odds are? They're only odds, by the way, it's not a prediction, you know. As the #1 seed, Active Ochre, what would you do?
I could say that we could see Jem hanging out in Swamp today. I think that could be an option, especially when it's the green pendant. You know, it kind of just gives it that little extra feel. And he hasn't gone over to Eastern as well, so he's like, I could throw them all together. Yeah.
All right, we're not going to need Quake today. It is Ether, which was on Bumper Ledge.
Yeah.
So both I believe Files has it too. No, okay. Do you know? Okay, Link Force is confirming that Files does not have either. So he doesn't. Also, he can go over there. He's seen it. Okay, but he had the. Oh, he didn't have. That's right. He went to Hype Cave later. Gotcha. Okay, so when he goes back to Skullwoods, he'll get Ether.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah,
of course.
But you know, I don't know how good Files feels right now. Like he's still, you know, he looks like he's, you know, gotten some of his morale back, right? You know, kind of going, maybe with a little bit more of exasperation, but you know,
a little shaky, but you know, I mean that's just my opinion. It's not worth much, but
he has his mid game though has been so good. Like I mean, I hope he recognizes that. I mean, I know it's a lot to overcome the early game because the early game for him was ridiculously rough.
Yeah.
So.
We'll have to see. And I mean, like, man, Samaria on, say, like, Armos or something, that can be huge for Files.
Yeah.
That can just, like, Jem can just be off on this wild goose chase, opening every chest in the world. Files is just in go mode, having the time of his life, but not physically looking like he's having the time of his life.
He's having the time of his life on the inside,
yeah.
You know? It's really what matters is on the inside. That really counts.
Yeah. Flute go mode would be amazing for Files. There's not too many, you know, options left for that to be a possibility, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, we were looking for Samaria. I mean, for all we know, Samaria. I mean, I think, well, if Samaria's in Mire, that's probably better for Jem. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean that could be really good for Jem too. Like if it's just in Mire, because then, well, the thing is with Samaria's in Mire, he still just might just do all the Swamp too, so it could you know, be of the same consequence, but. It could be better for him because that way Files also does Swamp and doesn't skip out on it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna like keep, I guess like keep options open. Where in this case, like, like we know where the bow is, and that's what what Jem needs to go do. But you know, so what are the options that kind of are gonna be able to keep him away in this case from from terrible, let's say like goose chases, red herrings, or something like that. A lot of
I mean, Jem basically has like everything, so.
Yeah. I mean, that. Yeah. Maybe like the flu is certainly very necessary, right? It's got to get over to my area, but I think you're right about that mirror though. That mirror. It's probably gonna do more. It's probably gonna be more harm than good for Jem. All right. You know, man, you even see maybe Files on a budget. You know, even though he does have the 300 rupees he got from the back of Blights Hut, or the Thieves Town. You know, he's still only buying a green potion, right? Just because he maybe wants to save his options. Jem's on his Ice Rod hunt or Ice Rod Landmos. Probably, you know, this is just temper your expectations a bit for this particular.
Well, he did with the temper.
Yeah, exactly. It's only because he doesn't have the wooden bow.
I'm actually kind of glad that he put it off for so long, because the last thing I wanted to see was a bow ammo, because he actually might have done it with that equipment, so he did the right thing.
No. Jem is a very accomplished energy runner. He has, in fact, when he was visiting the lane earlier this week before SGL, they did bow landmos 1 mine.
Yeah, but I still don't want to see it. Alright, so hookshot acquired for Files. Now, we'll see if he takes this immediately to the mountain. You know, he still has Eastern that he can clear, but, like, you know, who knows if there's still an item there, because I sure don't. And then, Obviously, you want to take it up to the mountain, though, because you have no flute and you're right here.
Yeah. Oh,
What?
well, so the good news is that Jem's gonna go into Mire and clear that crystal.
Yeah.
I think that's combined go mode, right?
Yeah, that is combined go mode, and this might be amazing for Files. I'm hyped. It really is going to depend on how Jem takes this Mire. So a couple of things you don't want to see here if you're big Jem fans. You don't want to see like an early big key. Because Files, he's going to be in go mode Mire no matter what. Assuming, you know, he remembers where Ether is, but, you know, even then he's not getting in. So early big key, he's going to save time regardless. You don't want to see Jem go into Swamp. That's also real bad.
Yeah, that is a very, very painful trip.
You don't want to see Jem prioritize the back of Thieves Town before the Smith Chain. That would be a time loss as well. You don't want to see Jem go into Blind's Hideout and farm rupees 477 times for literally no reason. I don't think he would do that, but I mean, you still don't want to see it if you're a Jem fan. I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's so far. You certainly don't want to see him go into Turtle Rock either.
Well, yeah, well, that's a good one. Yeah, you don't want to see that.
Yeah. Looks like the jump. Yeah, again, this is lower health. Definitely be careful. Yeah.
We don't need it, but like it looks cool because.
It's okay. You know, it fills out the tracker. You know, a part of our inventory.
Our tracker was over here, kind of scoffing, like I wish they would find something. Alright, oh, thank you, Quake.
And I think also the you just don't want anything to be in the cutscene chest, right? Even if it's a later big key, it's not going to be a big deal between Jem and Files, right? But if Jem feels compelled in order to come back for, let's say, the cutscene chest, or even go through the cutscene chest.
Well, I mean, big key in the cutscene would be great, like Jem.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That would be perfect for him, yeah.
All right, so Files is almost through Paradox Cave. He did pick up a silver, so I'm pretty happy about that. And
I just want to point it out. Every time you say he's a little happy about that, I look at the camera and I'm like, no, he doesn't look happy.
It's one on the inside that counts. Act. Okay, we can't see the inside from the outside.
I don't have X-ray goggles like you.
It's my imagination. I'm projecting my my feelings onto Files.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. Okay, so jump the little clip into Mire, or in order to get into like the map chest. I think this might or may not have burned him early in his earlier race, but there's the big key. So Jump looks like he can go straight to the back.
Yeah, he's gotten exactly one item in this dungeon so far.
He's gotten both items.
He's gotten both items.
You know,
that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, this is why our tracker's awesome.
It's a shame we don't have the cam because like literally these magic fingers came in front of my eyes that showed the number 2, and I was just like, oh man, I'm really messing this one up today, guys.
This is exactly why we have.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Of course, with the lamp, you know, Jem's track is significantly easier.
Yeah.
Down through Mire. So I assume he did have spooky setup at some point. No, never mind. He can't do spooky because he has no fire rod from Podbo Lockside. So never mind about spooky.
Yeah. I mean that's another good point to bring up is that saves like 7 or 8 seconds, and that'll be time that Files is able to save.
Yeah.
But it really still also depends on like how Files is gonna handle getting his flute, and then like Spike Cave will still be on the table for him. Like Jem didn't do that, so if Files goes and does that, that's giving a little bit of time back to Jem, and that's you never want to do that in any circumstance. Like Jem somehow always manages to figure out a way to crush you.
That is a champion's talent. No bow, by the way. Oh man.
Oh yeah, and that's another.
This is gonna be something else that Files can have onto Jem. Even though he's doing a really nice job, basically just slashing away against.
He's doing a really good job mashing his sword button.
Yeah. But but like it just can't save time over 2 silvers.
No, you're right. That's Mire for Jem. Still needing a bow, still needing a fire rod. Bow being on the Smith sequence, fire rod being bow locked in pod, because of course.
So Files is going back in the basement. Is there an item down here? Jem definitely did not do this.
Yeah. I don't know. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine. Like letting it be a mystery. I'm excited to find out.
It's gonna be a surprise to everybody. So I am going to trust that Files. There is an item left here in Hera.
See, here's the thing. I want to trust him, but I already saw him make a similar mistake like this earlier today, so I'm not going to trust him.
That did not happen. But we don't have to bring that situation up.
I feel like we saw 2 here though, but I don't know. I've literally been wrong about everything, so I'm just trying really not to speak confidently about anything.
Okay, so we're also going back to Phil's house. I didn't realize that. It was Files, the file name for John, but it's shortened to Phil.
Fair.
Yeah.
Do you know what their name read out altogether?
No.
Files' butt, I think is what it said. Yeah.
Oh, you're. Good point.
I think they planned that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh right, Files has no mirror because he hasn't been over to Hookshot Cave yet. So I think this is maybe also another reason. So we saw the big key in Hera basement. So I think this may be another reason why Jem didn't want to go do this, because
yeah, that makes sense. It's like yeah, and then once you get up to the big chest, you have to literally jump down 3 floors to get out too. So it's kind of a pain in the butt.
By the way, do you know what's not a pain in the butt? Jem is
this is perfect for him.
This is his talent for how he manages to find a way to crush you, because he's gonna do the Smith chain right now. He's gonna get his bow. He may actually end up finishing because he's not quite in go mode, right? Because we have fire rod in the bow lock side. But he is good. I mean, but this is extremely good for him.
No, honestly, I think because he did this over Swamp, I actually believe that Jem is now just outright ahead. Yeah.
So you see Jem's very studious nod. Acknowledgement that he did do, in this case, the same thing, the correct decision. Yeah. And
he's gonna do the mirror checks, but then after this, he's immediately gonna get go mode. But Files, he has to go all the way back over to the other side of Death Mountain, and then
do you like how he's just chasing?
I literally, the Benny Hill music was playing louder than ever in my head right now. I was literally humming it.
Yeah, I think without the mirror again, I think this is I think Files maybe didn't know necessarily what he was supposed to do. Because,
yeah, it's a very awkward thing. The other thing too, I didn't mention it, but as he was doing that Hera pot, because those pegs were down, it screws up your muscle memory for doing the lineup, and I think that's kind of why he was having a little bit of issue.
I think he ended up getting a little bit more tilted at the end. Yeah, I definitely can see that. Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. I forgot about these mirror checks. Good reminder. Yeah, very reasonable force for Jem to keep going. We know in this case he doesn't need to do this, but once in this case he finishes up, being more thorough.
And then after this, he's going right in the swamp.
Well, he does not have Bombo's tablet in his way, so I believe you could be correct.
Nah, he's quick swapping right now. That tells me he's pulling out his flute, so yeah, he'll probably go ahead and see, maybe there's the off chance that the fire rod's an Easterner pod before he commits to Swamp, and he will be very happy that he's doing that.
For what it's worth, I guess, if you... so if Jem does pod first, finishes it up first, he will potentially save some time in Eastern, because there was a heart piece in the middle of Biggie chest.
Yeah, he's not gonna go there. No. Yeah, he's gonna be in go mode.
Well, right. If he does pod first, right?
He's gonna do pod first.
Is it actually faster though? In this case, you save a mirror transition. Is that what happens?
Yeah, he'll do pod first.
See, this is why you're the first seed.
Yeah. I mean, I also said he was gonna be in Swamp an hour ago, so don't listen to me on everything, please. But
well, we'll just listen to you the 1% of the time. That's fine too.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
that's what I prefer.
Yeah, and of course, this is why it was a good thing for Jem to come back to pod twice, because the first time, if he gotten hit, he would have had to lose Kiki, and you know how difficult money was to come by at that point. He had to go to the arrow game, and he had to do hula hand in order to even get up to chess game money.
But did he have to do Blind's house hideout 682 times?
He did not.
Okay.
But I did lose count of how many times he ended up doing.
No, I kept perfect count, and I have been keeping everybody up to date on exactly how many times Files did it.
Jem did go into there at least once.
You know what?
So.
Yeah.
Alright, this is going to be fire. So that's go mode for Jem. This is not quite go mode for Files, but he is quite happy with the flute at least.
Very, very close to go mode. Basically a neon sign saying, Files, your go mode is on checkerboard.
Yeah. Please go there. Yeah. So I think this is just with the sequence of events for both runners, for both Jem and Files, they hopefully are not going to go into Swamp. I mean, Jem for sure at this point is not going to go into Swamp. For Files, Assuming he does check checkerboard right before he goes into to Mire, then he should be okay.
Yeah, Jim could go into swamp. I mean, like he could have his stuff in his track. That would be kind of bad.
Yeah. Well, both of them are using trackers, I guess, but I think Jem's got a little bit more practice.
Could you imagine like accidentally going into a pendant instead of a crystal? When you're in go mode.
Imagine mismarking your pendants and crystals. Yeah,
and then you feel behind, so you're like, well, I guess I should just go do another pendant because I'm behind now. That would catch Files back up.
That's true. All right, a little bit of fortune for Turtles. I think he just missed the first one, but Jem is well on his way to Helmasaur. Oh, almost did. Just get the key dash. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So what Jem has said before is that as long as you start your dash when you transition to the basement, you can just go and get it. It's a free key dash, but of course you're gonna get hit, right? So you just turn on some visibility item and then it's free.
Nice. Makes sense.
All right.
See, we had a map check.
Yeah, just in case. Just in case. Exactly.
This was important stuff.
It is. And you definitely do not want to go into what you think is a crystal, but actually it's not a crystal. All right, so that is indication for Files that yes, I think so long as you mentioned, so long as he remembers that Ether is on Bumper Ledge, he should be good.
Oh, that's right. He's gonna have to go back over there to get it. I forgot about that.
But he's gonna have to go back to beat Skull Woods anyway. So it's a pretty free trip over.
Yeah. But speaking of Skull Woods, that's crystal number 5 for Jem, and then he's going to mirror and get crystal number 6 on Eastern, pretty much making sure that he does Skull Woods exactly last, because it's like basically the dungeon that you just really don't need to go to with like any sort of priority from what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, Jem has even been known to skip Skull Woods when it's a crystal.
Going
that's
up actually
and
a true story now that I think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened for Jem's casual boost tournament early on.
That's right.
Yep. I think actually, yeah, we saw Files pick the big key up from Eastern in the map chest, which was on the right side.
Okay,
so,
the right.
Yeah, so we should be good.
I love how you pointed to the right as you said that. Like this is the joy of
being
live.
Able to,
It's so good. You didn't have to say anything. I just watched her hand reaction. I was like, I know where it is. Yeah. Because she said map chest, I had no idea. But when she pointed to the right, I was like, oh yeah, now I know.
Yeah, this is the one of the side effects of doing spoiler log is like, in the spoiler log, right, it just says map chest, compass chest, and you're just like, and then if your runner doesn't know which chest is which, right, you gotta tell them in terms that they understand where they're gonna go, right?
Yeah, what a weird way to write that to cater to randomizer
I
people.
know,
Like,
exactly.
we don't know where anything's at. We play with all the items everywhere.
Yeah,
Come on.
Exactly. Unfortunately, Jem recovered a little, I guess, with the Stalfos spawn. Look at that! Not even opening up a single extra chest.
And what if it was magic powder?
Yeah.
What if it was his lucky shovel?
You're right. Actually.
It wasn't though, so he knew.
Is this another talent that people have in Go mode? I think for what it's worth, though, there have been kind of like multiple seeds where, I guess maybe specifically also Jem, but in general, where like the races have been determined by such a close margin, where it's just like even opening extra chests for like extra couple seconds, right? Can actually end up mattering.
It can make a difference. Yeah, just going out of your way to open like a set of 3 chests or something because your swords are a little low or your safety's a little low, and all of a sudden you lose by 15 seconds, and you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
That actually has happened. It's so Jem was on the losing end of that to Scholzer.
I remember that
previous,
race.
Previous SGL. So that was quite painful. But meanwhile, though, you know who's not gonna do an ice rod Lambos? Files.
Yeah. You know what he's not gonna do?
Normal
wooden arrow Lambo either. So
Files is potentially not going to. I don't think he's run as much energy as maybe some of these other guys have.
I mean, look how much fun it is. Boom, boom, and shoot you in the head. Boom, shoot you in the head. Boom, miss, but then get you in the head. Like that was so much fun.
Look at that. He even gave the wall an extra bonus arrow because he just has so many to spare.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't have to pay for him, he's good. Because
yeah, that's true. That's
still
true.
A poverty seed.
Retrons can get quite expensive. All right. So it looks like in this case, Jem has remembered that he does in fact have to finish Skull Woods.
Okay. Yep. And then Files going into the Dark World here will be basically getting his no mode, so to speak. Yeah.
This is very good news for him. Very good that he actually does remember. The checkerboard is a thing. But I guess, you know, for what it's worth, he basically just got a fluke kill mode, right? Basically. Right? He didn't have to really do much else. You know, he did finish up Desert, didn't have to go into Mire, you know, and this is, yeah, so for him, this is quite good.
But, you know, Jem didn't take the bait on all those extra items that, you know, the mirror and all that stuff unlocked. And, you know, you look at Files' tracker, he's got a, you know, brightly lit up Thieves Town. I don't see that on Jem's side, so... You know.
Yeah, and I definitely trust her tracker to be very accurate. So
same,
it's definitely not. it's not a mismark.
Almost everything I've said for the last half hour, I just look over nervously at them, and they just give me a nod of approval, and I'm like, whew, all right, we didn't mess that one up.
But, you know, in Files' defense, though, like, coming out straight into the Dark World from the Light World, where you feel like you might need to make a play based on what had happened, you know, taking the extra, how many times was it? 682 times, is that what we said? Into Blind's Hut in order to farm out some cash. That was,
yeah, I mean... This will still go down as a legendary seed in my book, just to see that play pay off. Like, literally, figuratively.
Yes, literally pay off.
Just incredible, incredible.
Speaking of, though, there's a very, very nice 8 out of 10 fight for Jem. Only 2 spikes moving. 8 out of 10 sounds kind of bad when you just say it out loud, but it's actually quite good, because they're only 2 spikes off.
Is this where we turn around and ask the people in the audience what number they want for the GT Big
Can we even see
game?
them? Like, they were going to have to hold up their hands or something.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
Yeah, so...
We don't even want to look at them.
Yeah,
whatever. What the heck? All right, well, we got one.
Yep. All right, so is that going to be the torch then? The torch?
That was incredible. Oh, man. The production value at SpeedGaming Live, it is off the chain. If you guys, you know, are not here now, you have to come here next year. You don't know what you're missing.
Alright, so Files should be also on his way to Mothula. By the way, like so I believe we've gotten like our limit of shields and bottles, but you know, no swords. I don't think we saw green 20s. Yes.
And I'll tell you right now, if we did, I got no idea. I missed it. If it's not an important item, I just erase it from my memory. Yeah, it's gone.
I also don't think we saw any boost replacements either. But you know, I mean, imagine how painful the seed would be without boost.
Yeah.
This would be pretty fun.
I mean, well, you know, I guess technically, I don't know anything about this tech, but maybe you could beat the seed without the boots, because I think there's a way to get Lumberjack without the boots, but I'm not sure if you could do it in the seed. I think maybe Eastern has to be a pendant.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I mean, there's it's Armo Shake storage, but I don't actually know the exact details. Dude, did you see that 9 out of 10 fight on Moth for Files?
9 out of 10? No, it was good. It was great.
That is a objectively better fight that we just had.
And it was also a number that was way smaller than the amount of times he had to farm Blind's Hat out for money this seed. Yeah.
9? Yeah, gotcha. All right. All right, so check number 1 in GT is a small key, so it is not the big key. It's just it's a fun-sized version of the GT big key.
I was half expecting a sad face to pop up on the screen right here.
I mean,
I guess technically, if you want to include that.
No, that's not a sad face. Jem doesn't look sad at all. So there's, by the way, this is where all our extra cash is. Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, there's all that.
I really hope the Files doesn't have to go in there. That's very painful.
I don't think I've ever seen the seed, you know, spit on you in the end quite like that room right there. That was pretty. And there's your half magic too, just in case you wanted to, you know, feel more pain.
Exactly. By the way, so whether or not this is Jem's, I guess, normal route. I mean, it's been more common so far to go to Southwest Room into Hope Room. You do get a guaranteed small key. In this case, but looks like though, depending
he's got 4 of them.
Nice, nice bonk there. A dash bonk though with a fire rod, always really cool to see.
It looks really neat, just visually. Looks like he's, you know, dancing with a fire rod.
Exactly.
It's cool.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but in this particular case, it looks like more likely than not, going to Hope Room first was going to be a little bit faster, just because there was a small key there.
Yeah. Yeah, did you hear that? Your route has been called out. It was wrong, just so you know. He didn't make any face when he said, did you hear that? So I think the noise cancellation things are working out pretty well. I will tell you, too, it is a surreal feeling, like, you know, maybe, you know, talking bad about him or razzing them a little bit about him when they, like, literally are 12 feet in front of us and they can't hear you.
But they can't hear us, right? They're not, actually, like, I think, you know, they may not even realize we exist. You know, they're just so focused on gaming, right? That, you know, it's just, they just block the world out.
Oh, no, it has nothing to do with the gaming. I hate to burst your bubble on that one, but...
If they had a bubble to burst, right? To live in, we could potentially burst it.
Nah, when you're up there on that stage, you know,
it is a very different feeling.
It's definitely a different feeling, but then, you know, it gets back to playing rando and you just kind of focus in and hunker down.
Yeah. Actually, that potentially was one of the benefits last year of the mode, which, you know, SGL basic casual boost, right? One of the differences. And, you know, is that when the nerve, you know, race nerves kind of get going, you got 5 minutes-ish of just... You know, I'm going to go through a skate.
Now, hypothetically, if you died a ball and chain within the first 2 minutes, how do your nerves go from there? By the way, there's the big key in that chest.
We're still checking for stuff.
I guess powder or his lucky shovel. He just doesn't feel at home without it.
Oh, he does have blue mail, yeah. So never mind.
I don't know.
I was actually wondering, you know, if sometimes you could open up an extra chest, you know, because you haven't quick swap over to the mirror yet, but
maybe he had 3 heart pieces and he wanted like a 4.
Yeah, that's very well could be. Yeah, actually, come to think of it, I don't think Jem has any safeties, right? Yeah, no powder. I mean, he's got the cape, but, you know, he didn't catch any fairies. Yeah. He didn't, you know, go to the potion shop. He didn't go to Waterfall Fairy.
Magics, you know,
yeah.
got a quarter.
Oh,
so.
yeah, actually, good point. That magic actually is probably worse. It's probably more of a worry than it actually helps.
Jem, you know, knowing that this is a do-or-die race for him, not giving up any time, switches from silvers over to the wooden arrows because the silvers are shiny and they lag.
Because Lambos are coming up?
No, I don't think that's why he's doing it, but you can believe, and then you can also be disappointed very soon.
You're right. I got a lot of hopium out there for me.
Yeah.
But by the way, I mean, Jem is very conscious of his health. He actually paused for at least like a couple seconds in order to pick up.
You don't see that very often from him. Yeah.
And actually, it was kind of dangerous.
Yeah, I think he's scared.
Well, no, I mean, like, I thought he was gonna get sucked into like the door or like the stairs or something.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it is. Jem
Full
was
magic. If he would have waited, the conveyor would have brought it around right to him.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like going to a sushi restaurant.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Just wait for the sushi or the magic to come to you. All right. I don't know if that was intentional to lose his heart or his sword beams.
I think he probably wanted to kill the enemy before he did it, but it's all right. We're moving on through.
Okay, yes,
and there we have silver's back.
No, I don't know why he decided to switch back.
Because it's faster and it also crushes dreams. It's everything you could have ever wanted. Are you sure it's faster,
by the way? Because you have to like.
If you say this, he might be able to hear you. All right. Do you really want him on your bad side?
You know, so that is oh no, files.
Oh no.
I think he ended up taking a death soonish to I don't know if it was Vitreous though.
Oh, that's a rough one right there.
Oh my gosh, I think Files.
Keep on Files.
Yeah. No, and this is kind of one of the consequences of unfortunately being like live on stage. Sometimes even when you're like webcam-less, right? You're just racing, and you know no one's kind of like focused on you, and you could just basically take a little bit of a deep breath. But you know you got this, Files.
Yeah, it's a rough spot to die. He knows that it was pretty costly, but yeah, sometimes you never know what's happening in the race. You got to just keep pushing forward.
Exactly.
And then, you know, regardless of what we say about these two, yeah, you can see both of their sprites that they're using. It's much like their relationship in life. Like, these two really do love each other, so, you know, no one get any other ideas about that.
I have never thought of it this way. You said this
really?
Now.
I thought that's why they did it.
Well, I mean, the file names combined were Files' butts.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's maybe a mixed message.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of imagination there, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and watch Jem's SGLIVE instead.
All right, so 3.5 hearts going into Molten 2 is not gonna be their issue, but it's really probably Ganon. But as long as he gets through Aga Tower, you know, Jem's got. Well, he probably doesn't know this, but he's got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, though, I mean, but by the way, I think
not much help though. And like,
yeah. But hopefully you're not gonna die. right? You know, between now and Ganon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hate to be the one that is going to address the elephant in the room, but this is SpeedGaming Live, and we're about to fight Ganon. So.
No, so long as you die like at Ganon, it's okay.
It's true. Yeah.
Right? You don't have to climb all of GT again.
Yeah. Nothing can ever go wrong in Ganon. You're right. What was I thinking?
I mean, certainly not for Jem. Why are there so many bad memories? and
I mean, Jem is just that legendary. I think for every single amazing thing he's done, he also probably has like a counter memory to it, and yet he can still like remain, you know, on top regardless.
Yeah. By the way, though, like the fact that Files is actually gotten some of his composure back, I mean, he's still playing, right? Yeah. Not giving up anything. Okay, so good thing we had 3.5 hearts. And you were talking about, you know, Files' shirt kind of like being at heartbeat, you know, status, right? You know, in Light World, I think Jem is just, you know, personifying that.
Yeah,
right
I mean, they almost do match right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, what you were saying, like, as long as you don't die, but like I can hear this like beeping heart, you know, in my head. It's not a good sound.
No, but you know, so long as maybe the death happens early.
Okay.
We're okay.
Fair.
Yeah. I don't actually know if Jem is willing to just take the early death and just get the heartbeat.
He's not. There is no way he would like. He is still chock full of pride. That is definitely something very true about Jem. He knows he can do this fight, so he's gonna do it.
That is true. That is true. I mean, so it's not like any male is gonna help him in this case. He does have the bug net. Maybe he'll kind of, you know, bust it out for some good luck.
Yeah, and we're pretty much past the scary part of this fight, so with Silver should be a chip shot away to stave off elimination here.
Meanwhile, though, after Skullwoods, after Meyer, Files is back in Eastern. This is going to be his last crystal. And he's going to go just straight to the
It's the first one he in. It's the last one he's going to finish with.
Yep. Jem is just vibing with Ganon. You know, gotten a new dance partner.
Just a couple warps, So one silver shot. Get torch glitch here. And, he can't set up. Looks like a good double, maybe a triple.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be a triple? Not quite.
Alright, yeah, that does it.
Alright, Jem just doesn't. He just has to stay on this bridge or the platform, and so with barring anything else, get your GGs out. Audience,
barring any Baris that come and
that's
nope, they didn't come. All right, yeah, so GGs to Jem.
That is game and for Jem. That is the winner of today's race between himself and Files.
Woo!
All right, I believe with that, Files has acknowledged that Jem has finished the race, and Files, I think, is ready to take a break before his next commentary session, which is actually going to be coming up in about half an hour.
Oh, are we just playing musical chairs after this? Oh, I love it, man. Let's go.
Let's see. You know, we can certainly give Jem and Files a little bit of a time to relax, but happy to talk to them at some point.
We can just sit here and just relax in the booth, and we can hear them, you know, talking about the seed right now.
Yeah.
They're just talking about their utter misery right now. I know you guys can't hear it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, this was. Yeah. Yeah. You can. I'm not sure if you can hear Files' audio up on screen.
You don't. Well, we can't right now. It's not family friendly. It's stuff we have to censor. So.
Files is giving his side of the story about. His experiences trying to get money. I mean, it is a hard life. You really gotta hustle in order to make a buck.
Yeah. Hope they hurry and come down here and talk to us, because you know I got to get to the practice room and learn how to do that hula hand. I don't want to fall victim the same way
really
Files did. Yeah, I got to learn this new stuff, man.
All right, let's see if we can get them a chat here for an interview. I don't know who we're supposed to talk to for this.
Probably them.
No, I mean, I don't know if we...
I don't know.
Do you know how interviews
work? That's all right. We can just watch them converse amongst each other. We can even fill in, you know, some things. Yeah, so if you guys can't hear right now, Files is looking Jim in the eyes, and he said, yo, GG, man, like, this couldn't have happened to a better runner. You were actually, like, super handsome and, like, well, a great guy, and Jim is like, dude, it was an honor to play you. Like, I really hope to see you again, like, later in the tournament, later in life.
Later in life? Dude, it's Lincoln Zelda. I thought.
Yeah, these are live, that did happen, so I'm very sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. I don't see any cameras on us though. I mean, I can give that to Jem. Or, oh, I can swap. Oh. Okay, awesome. What? No, yeah, Files. Yeah. So you certainly did get, there was quite the polarization, so you got incredibly rewarded for your hula hand knowledge, and you got incredibly punished. I am sorry. But I will say, though, for the mid-game, you made tremendous amounts of strides, because you left Smith right early, and that was the bow, and that opened up so much for you, and there was actually quite a bit of worry that you were going to go get baited into, like, Swamp, for example, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly, yeah. And in fact, both of you have ran out of money.
Okay.
I did not have money for chess game. And then when you first got it, Files, we're like, oh my gosh, sorry. When is Jem gonna go back?
Yeah, he was absolutely
yeah.
So then when I got the money out of Thieves Town, there's 300 rupees at the bottom of Thieves Town. So when I got out, I was like, I'll check chess game. Oh, the hammer. But I was like, Jem probably had enough money for whatever crazy genealogy I was like, that hammer probably isn't anything, so I didn't like fall.
Yeah.
That was a tight money scene. There was that one 300 rupee, and I guess there was maybe like 150.
Early game for sure. So you didn't go through GT. Jem found 2 300 rupee hordes in Stavros room. It was just like, how could you see it?
Yeah,
like,
I honestly, that was like, I never recovered from the money tilt in the beginning of the game. Like I was so tilted, like I would have fallen off of my chair.
You look like you held it together quite well. Like I said, your mid game was really good, and there was significant worry.
I was just like
we were hoping that you were actually okay on the inside, and that was.
I don't remember the last time I've been that tilted. So well, GG's Jem. So that puts you. So you got. I think you got to win in for the next for the rest of our bracket, right? Because we're just the 4 of us.
Yeah, I gotta win against Rolken, and then I'm not sure I'm guaranteed to move on.
No, I guess it depends. That means my match against Eicher is still live, so yeah.
Yeah.
Kingmaker, I guess.
Yeah. I'm counting on you, man.
I got you back, man. Well, that was quite the seed. So
that was
good old Sora money farm. But as soon as we get done here, Jem is gonna go take me to the other room and show me how to do that because I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. So long as you come back, because you're doing commentary for actually another really exciting match actually soon.
So yeah, I need to go like take like a shot or something after that race because I'm.
Files, you performed very well for the circumstance that you were given. You did quite well.
Jem's the winner. He rocked it. So.
You did, in fact. You actually had a very strong route. I mean, the only worry again was the fact that you found everything that like basically pushed you away, because you found like the lamp in Ice Palace, right? And that basically led you to Aga.
Dark Agatar?
No.
Oh, is this bad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So did you do Dark Agatar?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. Because I was like, I saw the hook shot. Did you scout hook shot early too? Okay, yeah. So I was like, I'm not doing. It's like one of the few dark rooms I don't like doing is Dark Agate Tower.
Same.
Especially not in a high pressure scenario like this or whatever. So I can contribute to this conversation by like sign language through the art of mimery.
Do you want to share a mic, Ak? We can share a mic.
But yeah, so
okay.
but once like, what was your go mode? Like for me, it was Samaria and.
For me, it was Fire Rod.
Oh, was it Fire Rod? Really?
Yeah.
Where was Fire Rod? I don't remember.
It was pod, Bollock side.
Oh, that's right. That's right because you went to pod early without the hammer.
And they didn't want to bother with Mimic for one item. So
But if you didn't have potion money, what did you have enough money to pay out Kiki then? And that was like the last year money?
That was exactly enough.
Oh. That's so funny.
Yeah, so Jem had 27 rupees out after the front four of Thieves Town. So then he went to Aero Game, and then that's where he got
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
But
Well, that's another great money farm you can do if you have Dark World access.
Yeah,
Right?
actually, so Jem, what made you go back to chess game?
Well, when I was at Catfish, I think it dropped like 20 rupees, and I was like, man, rupees? I kind of needed those for something. I was like, oh shit, I forgot.
Oh. Oh. I see. Well, good thing you remember. That was a very important check. Actually.
Yeah.
We said that. I mean, it's not your first match today. Like, you have to keep track of everything. You know, a little bit of mental stamina.
There's definitely a lot of that here, because like I might like on a long day I might play 2 rando seeds at home, but if you do like 3 matches in a day, like you have to start to have seed bleed, where like they kind of cross into each other. So
it's not like simple matches either. I mean, these are all like blood bash. You have to like prepare yourself, go crazy. You know.
it's different when you're like away from your normal setup in a tournament setting.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it sounds lame, but it's totally true. So all right, well GG's, good luck in your next match, man.
Thanks, dude. You too.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Counting on you.
I told myself when I saw this bracket, I was like, I just want to get one win. I want to be the dream wrecker for somebody. That's my goal. So if it wasn't you, it's got to be someone else. All right. Well, GG's.
Yeah. No, this was treated. Yeah. Great
Awesome.
job, guys. Very, very fun.
Cool beans. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Take a break, Files. I'll see you in like 20 minutes. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I guess that's it for us then.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It was a pleasure commentating
oh
with
my
you
God,
for
in
Rain and
person.
finally seeing you in person. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Thanks, Ak. We're gonna go to a Brazilian steakhouse at some point. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell them that.
Oh, okay.
We don't
Sorry.
want them to
You're
know
right.
and
You're
come,
right.
You know, crash our party. That'd
You're
be
right.
crazy.
You're right. That would be bad.
Yeah, we told them they got another match coming on, so like don't go anywhere. Just watch it. And
Yeah. SG3. Stay on this channel. And in fact, actually, if you see the guy in the hoodie, this way, that way, the guy that just immediately left the camera, he'll be back for his match. So it's going to be Gerda versus Matt798. Going to be actually a really good match. And the guy that was racing just now, Files, he's going to be here on commentary. So it's going to be a really good time.
And I'm going to move exactly one chair from there, like backwards.
That's it.
Everyone's
You're just gonna swap
shuffling.
out,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, but enjoy. Other than that, yeah, thanks.
Also, thank you so much, Link
Oh
Force.
yeah, Link Force, our awesome
You were
tracker,
amazing.
literally holding out numbers, telling us what to do.
It was incredible.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
See you later, guys.
Yeah. See ya.